Day 7 with no alcohol from my journal. I'm going to read that I feel great. I realize how much I do in a day. When living in the present moment, you analyze yourself, not criticize yourself. Um, when I would drink even just a little bit, the next day I would drive to work and beat myself up on how much I didn't get done. I didn't do enough that day because of my drinking. In reality, what I'm realizing is that I did the same amount when I drank and when I did not drink. It just depends on the day and how I felt. Um, Sometimes I just get stuck on TikTok or just relaxing watching a movie like I deserve after a long day. Subconsciously, drinking was bad and I knew it and I was beating myself up about it. So I was giving myself a horrible start to my day, a horrible morning, no matter what I did. If I did a lot, and I remember these days, I would say, oh, I could have did more, but after drinking, I just got lazy and or I got stuck, on TikTok or watching a movie and I was lazy and I would blame the drinking and I would get so mad at myself. And now what I'm realizing in the after reading this and thinking about it and what it really meant was now that I live in the present moment, I could actually say, you know what, I was just really tired for for some reason today or yesterday, because the next day I analyze myself a lot, even now. And if I feel like I didn't get enough done or I wasted my day, I would say, you know what, I just need a little more rest. And I feel like now I give myself grace because I understand that I'm not doing anything to sabotage myself. Subconsciously, I probably realized that drinking was sabotaging myself and my present moment in my life. And, there's no positive thing about drinking at all. There's nothing about drinking that's positive, at least for me. And but I never cut myself slack. And I was mad that I was drinking and that I had that bad habit. So now that I live in the present moment, I feel like I give myself grace, understanding. And if I really truly was lazy that day, you know, I guess I can criticize myself, but now I don't. There's if there's a reason to be lazy, I'm lazy. If there isn't, there isn't. Sometimes you just need that relaxation. Um, but now that I stay up late and hang out with my kids, I really don't get annoyed with myself. But that was my biggest issue, falling asleep early. When I fell asleep early, I used to get so annoyed at myself because I knew that I could have more time with my family. But now that I reflect back on day 7 here, I just realized that how every day is a great day now. When I drive to work, I'm not beating myself up. But the greatest thing about when I'm driving to work is I remember these long drives to work where sometimes I'd have a headache or I'm just super tired. I get to work and it takes me about an hour to really unwind and just get going. I just feel like I'm in a stupider. You know, um, you just got that. Your brain's just not working right now. When I go into work, I'm full steam ahead. As soon as I walk in, start working, I feel good, and it doesn't take me time to unwind. I'm just ready to go, and that's the best feelings. Waking up in the morning because the mornings were really hard to get up. I'm not worried about oversleeping, which I really didn't do, but sometimes I just wake up and I just can't get going, and I'll just be running behind, and I like to get to work early. So you know, just happy to have great days, and reading this is making me reminisce about those bad days. So, you have a great day.